Hi guys. Hello. Welcome back to the old family farm. It's been a while. Thought I'd give you a little status update to what's been going on in my life. As you know, if you watched my 7 Days to Die series, over the Easter weekend, I had 5 days off and I was in bed the entire 5 days, sick as a dog with the flu, fever, nausea, chills, stuffed up nose. It was horrible. Crazy stuff. But I'm back. Since Easter to now, it is now May 1st. It's 1:45 in the morning here. Since then, since right after the Easter weekend, I worked every day except for one Sunday, or correction, one Saturday. So yeah, it's been very busy. I haven't had time to do anything by the time I've been coming home from work after 11, 12-hour days. I'm just dead tired and I fall straight into bed. But today is the first day of another 5-day break for me, so I plan on getting some videos pushed out, and I hope you enjoy it. Now, let's get a status update on the farm. If we look through here, we can see that the price for canola has gone up, wheat, barley has gone down, corn, potatoes, and sugar beet unchanged, and pigs have gone up. If we look at the status of the fields, you can see they're all ready to harvest. As I promised, when we come back, they'd be all ready to harvest. If we cycle through to the pigs, you will see that we currently have 13. They're at 60% productivity. We need to get some mixed ration for them to bump them up to 100%, along with some silage. Currently just under 6,000 each of grain and earth fruits, just under 7,000 of water, just over 6,000 straw, and we got almost 10,000 coming up of manure and slurry. Unfortunately for the manure, I don't have a front end loader as of yet. We don't have a lot of money. If we look at the money that we currently have, we're at 2,258. It is slightly more than what we had when I last left, and I'll tell you why. If we take a look around the farm, let's just drop that out of there and get rid of that. We still have the old truck with the trailer that we use to haul everything. You can see the silage is ready. As again, we don't have a front end loader, so we'll need to get that. But if we come around over here, you'll see that the New Holland Clayson is gone. Yes, the engine gave out, had to sell it. It was no longer viable. It was too expensive to try to get a new engine for it. But as you can see, the second cornfield has been harvested, and I'll show you what we've got in its place. I was able to pick up a nice Hughes class harvester that does have cutting heads and corn cutting heads. You know, if we just run over across to the other cornfield, we'll take a look at it. Let's get this beast fired up. And it's a beautiful morning. It's 5:24 in the morning. Let's go ahead and just get rid of that stuff again, so we don't have anything obscuring our vision. You can see the wheat fields ready to harvest. Corn standing nice and tall, looking beautiful this morning. Okay, let's just park her here. You come over here, you'll see we've got a new beast over here. She's a little old and used, but she's done great. I used her on the second harvester, or the second cornfield over there. What's nice about this mod is it's fully detailed. All the pistons and belts turn. You can open up this cover here to watch it. You can lower this ladder here. You can open up the grain roof up there. You can also remove the sunroof. Now on the grain headers, you can actually lower and raise the spindle, move them in and out, slow them down, speed them up. The corn header doesn't do that, I don't believe. If we just take a look into the store, let's come back out of here and go to front end, or to harvesters rather, and you'll see what we have. This is the class Matador. It's from 1965. This is the original text that was used from then. They're both the same. The only difference is the top one will actually allow you to fit the bigger header that you can cut up to 20 meters. Now, we won't be needing anything that big, but I did go ahead and purchase the larger one in case we ever did want to create some large fields later on. And I also bought the medium-sized 4.2 meter cutter. So as you can see, that cost $12,200 and $2,400. What I had to do was I got about $7,000 out of the New Holland from selling it to the scrapyard for all the metal. I did have to take a small loan out, as you can see, $10,000. Due to our difficulty level, we started with $100,000 in minus with the loan. I did take out $10,000 to purchase the harvester and the 2 headers. So without further ado, sun's coming up over the mountains, looking beautiful. We're going to get Philip started on this field here, and we're going to get the trucks over here and ready to go. So let's get it fired up. And if you can see here, if I show you, we can put the ladder down. We can open up the side doors here, and you can see the belts turning. Lower that back down. You can also open and close the top corn head harvest, or tank rather. Yeah, it's a very nice mod. So without further ado, let's get started. Like I said, we'll get Philip started. We'll get rid of that. We want him to go that way. We'll shut off the auto combine. We'll just have him go straight back and forth. We'll get him started. We'll jump off. We'll let him start cutting. We'll go move the truck over here in place. We can take a quick look at the wheat field. It's all ready to harvest as well. Looking beautiful and full. We'll cut that soon. What I would like to do though, while I'm thinking about it, is let's go ahead and drop that back down to normal. We don't want to have it all withered out. So this episode, we're going to get the fields harvested rather. We should have the corn, the wheat, we got 1 barley, and we got 2 fields in the one over there for canola. We'll get those harvested today, and then we'll work on maybe trying to get a front end loader and getting the cows and pigs going full productivity to get us some extra income coming in later episodes. So yeah, we also can see that I'm using a new information screen in the top left corner. The old one was field status or inspect. This one is called glance. It's less intrusive. You can actually lower it with Alt L down to just the animals are completely off. Also, you can increase it to show just the vehicles that are running are all vehicles that are currently in the map that you own. So, and it's more streamlined. It's less intrusive than the other one. What's nice about that is as soon as you turn on F1, it goes away. So yeah, so we have those mods installed now. So let's see how he's doing. Looks like he's 43% full, so we'll wait for him to take a spin around, and then we'll drive up beside him and start off loading the corn. What I have noticed on this particular mod that I'm driving now is I never knew that you could actually change the body type. So you can actually haul double the amount when you're using potatoes or whatnot. You can actually carry up to 14,000 liters. The only problem it appears is it won't offload the harvester with it on there. So you have to have it off, and then when you go and pick it up from tanks or the conveyor belts, then you can have it on and increase your hauling capacity. I do apologize for the nasal sounding or the fullness in my nose. I still am a little congested and sick, so it may come across the video as a little strange. I do apologize for that. Why didn't he keep driving? Unless I'm too close to him. There we go. Okay, so let's shut this off. Keep going. Now, like I said, we are down, are up rather to 2,000. It's got a large sense radius, so if you get too close to him, he wants to stop. How I can solve that? Let's see if we can shut the collision off. Reverse mode is okay. Distance is off. Unload mode is driving. Well, I'm not sure then. Okay. So I'm glad to be back. I do enjoy doing these videos for you guys. It is just a hobby for me. So if you do expect a video a day or quite a few videos pushed out at a time, that's not going to happen due to my busy life with work. I do have a 5-year-old child that doesn't understand the phrase "daddy's recording," so a lot of my recordings do get interrupted when she comes into the room or makes a lot of noise. So my video schedules are very strange, as you know. Like right now it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. She's sound asleep, so I can do my recordings then. But when I have 12-13 hour days at work, it makes it a little difficult to do the videos. So I put them out when I can. It is just a hobby for me. So I do apologize if you expect to have lots of videos pushed out at once, like some of the other bigger YouTubers. That's not going to happen. Not for anything in the foreseeable future that I can see. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is I'm probably going to take over from Philip. He's driving a little slow for my taste, and let's just go ahead and get rid of Philip. Let's pull him back, and let me just take this down real fast. And then we'll just try to speed it along. He drives at a speed of 1. We're going to drive at a speed 2. And we'll just try to get this knocked out fairly quick. I'm sure you guys don't want to see me do all these fields on camera. So what we'll probably do is we'll do a couple of the fields on camera, and then I'll do the rest off camera, depending on how our time runs. Yeah, so like I said, this is a very beautiful mod. Say that 10 times fast. Wow. And it still fits within our time theme that we were running, 50s, 60s. I do like this one a lot better than the New Holland Clayson, for the simple fact that A, I'm able to do corn, and B, it's not as loud as the New Holland Clayson was. If you guys remember, the New Holland was very loud, and it had a large sound radius. This one is much quieter, and it has a much smaller sound radius, so you get a little ways away from it and the sound will dissipate. Oh, we are now full. Now, this is, like I said, a small farm. All the field sizes are small. The harvest levels are small. The prices are small. It will take a while to get this farm up and running. It's not going to be one of your large farms where you can make $1 million in a couple of harvest sales. It will take us a while to get up and running, and due to our difficulty level as well for such a small farm and price levels, it's really going to take us a while to get out of the hole. So you'll have to just bear with this, and it will be a rather long, arduous journey, I'm sure. But we'll get there in the end, I'm sure. And let me just flip on one more level more. There we go. Just pull him out of the way. Fire him up. Close the pipe, and we're off. Okay. So how's everybody been? Hope you're all doing well. Hope you guys had a nice Easter weekend. Those of you in Germany, watching from Germany, I hope you have a nice May weekend as well. It's May Day here, May 1st. It's a tradition where people dance around the maypole. I don't know much about it myself, being American. All I know is I enjoy my days off for it because it's a public holiday. It's also a holiday in France and a couple of the other European countries as well. I know a lot of my work colleagues have off as well. And for those of you who don't know, I work in a rather large global service call center. I work for the UK section, dealing with English-speaking UK clients from around the world. Excuse me. We also service many other countries around the world. We speak Spanish. We got a Spanish section, Italian section, German, French, Belgian, German, Swiss. We also have a Czechoslovakian service desk, but not within our GSC. It's rather large. There's 5 GSCs around the world globally. We employ over 12,000 people worldwide, and we're in over 40 lands. It's a South African company, so it's very large. We service quite a few of the top Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 companies. You guys are probably wondering what I was doing. Anytime you see the dark areas, that's areas that didn't get harvested, and you can still get quite a bit of corn out of those. So I just like to go over it. It's the completionist in me. We've talked about that before. My apologies if you guys were confused as to what I was doing. So I just got a new game on Steam last night as well, called Fortress Craft. It looks to be a lot like Minecraft. It's an early access game. The only difference is it's more futuristic. The premise is your ship has crash landed on this planet and exploded, leaving a large crater, and you have few of technology that survive, and your goal is to get the technology, build your base, start analyzing ores and building up and surviving. It appears to be a lot like Minecraft. I played around with it for a little bit last night, and to be honest, I am completely lost as to what everything does and what I'm supposed to do. So if anybody has any suggestions or some helpful tips or videos, please send them my way. I'd like to take a look at them. If I ever do get it figured out, maybe I'd like to do a let's play on that. It seems like it'd be really nice if I can ever figure it out. Okay, we're about to get full again, so let's just park it right here. Open up the pipe. And let's go offload. Now the only slightly downside about this mod is it doesn't hold as much as the New Holland Clayson. The New Holland Clayson held 2,800 liters. This holds 2,100 liters, or 2,150 liters. My apologies. So there is that downside. There was something else I was going to mention. Oh, it's the model is off the old red Fahr that you start the game with. That's what the model is based off of this particular class. Look at that. Got the exhaust coming out. Pretty detailed motor in there. Well, okay, let's go offload this corn now. We won't be able to get more on there. Back off into the water. And let's just, this beast will ever get moving. Got a lot of weight on it for the old engine, just chugging along. And I believe you can turn the mirrors on if I remember right. Let me just take a look. Maybe not. I could have sworn you could change the mirrors, turn them on. Thought it was like key 7 or something like that, but nothing. Nevertheless, we'll just continue on. Don't want to bore you guys. Okay. We can take a look and see how much corn we're going to be dropping in here. And oh, there we go. We're currently at 17,228 from the last cornfield. We'll just back this one into place. And this is slowly creeping up. Hopefully we'll be able to sell the corn. We'll see what the corn's currently at. It's at even right now, so we don't want to sell it yet. We will sell it soon though, as that's probably going to be our biggest chunk of cash currently coming in. Depends on how much we get out of the canola. The canola will be our second largest income. We really need to get a front end loader to pull out the manure from the pigs and to get mixed feed going for the cows. We really need to get them going so we can get some milk and start our income that way as well. But like I said, it will be slow to start with. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is when I finish this row and come back up to the truck, I'm going to offload. I'm going to drop the corn header there. I'm going to jump over, grab the grain header, and we'll start getting some of the other fields harvested. That way to ensure that you get as much viewing as possible. And then the rest of it I'll do offline. I don't want to make these videos as large as they have been, an hour long. It takes forever for it to get loaded up onto my YouTube channel. 1 hour of video takes roughly 7 to 8 hours to upload. I have a slow upload speed, less than a megabyte, like 780 kilobytes. So it does take a while for it to get uploaded. So I think I'm going to make this one right around 35-40 minutes. And we're at 25 minutes now, so I don't want to take up too much time in this field. Otherwise it would take us 2-3 hours to get all the fields done on camera. So what I'll do is I will stop this one here. I'll offload the corn into the trailer. I'll drop the corn header as well. And we'll go get the grain cutter. Let's get rid of this. Pretty foggy this morning as well. Okay, looking good. The rooster's crowing. Let's see how many eggs. There's 43 eggs for us to collect currently. We can run over and do that. What I've done is I've actually purchased a chicken coop. And I'll just show you right here. I purchased a chicken coop so we don't have to search all over for the eggs everywhere in the tall grass. We can just come into the chicken coop and just pick them up all from right here. Chickens lay them out nice and neat, as you can see, and then we've got all 42 eggs now on us, or 43 eggs, however many it was. And let's continue on. Okay, so let's maneuver into here, pick up the cutter. Okay, and as I was saying, you can actually do a lot with this particular header. So if you look at the right control, and you can do like 8, lower or raise the header. You can lower it, you can push it out. It's all articulated, as you can see. You can bring it back in. Very well done, very well detailed. Like it. Now don't get me wrong, the New Holland Clayson served us well, but it was just too much workload on the engine, and so she gave out on us. So hopefully this one will serve us well as well as the Clayson did. Okay. We'll move this one over into place. Now, let's see, what was the sunroof? Moving the sunroof, the cover. That wasn't it. G, switch to here, sunroof 0. So control 0. Right control 0. There we go. Now the sunroof is off. Don't really need it right now. Okay. Get Philip started on this so I can move and pull the corner out of the truck. Good to go. Let's push him out. Get him cutting the wheat. There we go. Let's run to the truck. Now, those of you that do follow my series know that I'm a big fan of another YouTuber. That he's the one that actually encouraged me to start and has helped me out immensely. ToDaHead in Exile. We both have another game called Professional Farmer, 2014, made by the same people who made Agriculture Simulator. It's a more stable and more streamlined, I guess you would say, game. than what their agricultural series was. They just released a new download content for it. Well, they call it download content. A lot of the content that was released, most of it feels should have been with the initial release of the first game, but it introduced a big American map, um, uh, new field mechanics, that each meter of the field is calculated separately, so you could have sections that are high yield, sections that are low yield in the same field. It all depended on how well you do the plowing, the fertilizing, the pesticides, etc. It's also introduced some new animals, some new crops. He's already started the series. I wanted to focus more on this series first before I start that series, but if that is a series you're interested in seeing me start, then let me know, and I'll see about getting that series started as well. Okay, one pass about fills him up on that. So we are getting a larger yield out of this than we did the corn for sure. So I just want to test something here. I want to put the sideboards on. I want to see if it will 7. Here we go. Sorry about that. I want to see if it will actually fill up, offload with the sides on. I don't believe it will. No, it won't. So I have to drop the sides off to fill it up. Don't want to get too close to him because every time I do, he ends up stopping. We'll try to get a little further over so we don't drop some of the grain on the ground. Slow my speed down just a tad bit. Okay, let's move that along. Okay, we're doing good. Getting close to time on my time limit, what I wanted to set myself for recording. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably end it here. I'll continue some off camera. Then I'll continue recording, and what I'll try to do is actually push out 2 videos today of this. That way there's a little more content for you to watch. Instead of one larger video, we'll make a couple smaller videos, and we'll see how that works, and you can let me know if that works better for you, or if you'd rather watch the larger 1 hour long videos. Until then, I'll leave it there. I'll talk to you guys soon then. Have a great day. Bye.